Hello, dear families, friends, alumni, staff, faculty and viewers from around the world, dear graduates, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the INSEAD MBA class of December 2020. Welcome! Thank you all for coming to help us mark this very special day. I'm Peyer, Dean of the MBA program, and I'll serve as Master of Ceremony today. And I would like you to help me welcome Karen Hitchke. He's INSEAD MBA20D, Chief Operating Officer of the WHO Foundation, and I'll introduce her in a minute for her speech. Please help me welcome Karen. Dear 20Ds, today we celebrate your achievement of completing the most intense and most global education in the world, the INSEAD MBA. Yes, it's with 18-month delay, but does it not just feel like as if you had left yesterday from this beautiful campus? Your reunion on campus on Sunday certainly felt like you've never left. So, congratulations to all of you. Your INSEAD year has been a special year, and I'm proud to say that you have been an outstanding class, even in retrospect. While completing your MBA during a global pandemic, you rose to that challenge admirably, and with the spirit that brought you to INSEAD in the first place. I want to thank you for keeping your families in mind during this difficult time, and I know some of you returned home to support them, and some of you ended up following classes from very different time zones or even deferred completing their program. I also wanted to thank your families and friends for their support, one during the start of the COVID, but even more importantly, for coming to celebrate the day today with you. It is important that we can share this moment of pride of completing this MBA chapter all together. Please help me thank your families and friends for coming. Thank you. A special thank you goes to Serene, Giselle, Joanna, Nivriti, and Akash for helping us getting together. They've helped us to get together Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm sure in the future too. I know you will later talk about what has happened to the 20Ds since you have left. So let me give you a quick update on what happened at INSEAD since you left. You were obviously disappointed by having to go on Zoom for the academic courses, right? Yeah, okay. I'm just checking. In fact, I learned from that, and I tried to push as much in-person teaching as can be, so that right now it's mandatory to be back in class, except if you have COVID. Would you believe how much pushback I get from the current students for that policy? Times seem to change. However, talking to a few of you on Sunday, I did start to appreciate the benefits of living in a world that also includes some digital opportunities. Some of you have shared that your partner lives in a different country or different city, and so you don't see each other as regularly. But thanks to this télétravail, the French version of it, you can actually spend some time together and still get work done. So I'm very attentive to understanding how work as well as studying is changing. You had created some legacies here while at INSEAD, And I wanted to give you 2-3 things in how we have developed and evolved those things. Very quickly after COVID hit, you have created the COVID-19 Innovation Competition. And here, again, a long list of you have helped to start this. Vincent, Christopher, Edward, Miguel, Jessica, Rita, Echo, Charles, Alessandro, and Anna, thank you very much for your initiative in those starting times. Now, this idea of a competition has remained with the students, and the students have used it very successfully. Most recently, they have come up with a way of competing for the best ideas for the Robin Hood campaign. That's a campaign to help raise funds for a scholarship for the next students. And the winning idea there was actually that they created an NFT. Okay, if now the people in the audience don't know what an NFT is, that's what they paid 90,000 euros for, okay? An NFT is a non-fungible token, which is a non-fungible token, which is, yeah. So it's something digital. And what they came up with, they thought that, okay, as alumni, you now all have this nice little salamander here. This is the sign of the INSEAD Alumni Association, but it's also the sign of François Premier, which is the guy who started the chateau. Okay? So I invite you afterwards when you roam around. There is actually a lot of these salamanders on the walls and then of the chateau. Now, what they did is they had this competition and they came up with this NFT, which is a salamander. It's a digital version. They auctioned it off and they got 2,500 euros for their first Robin Good salamander. It then spawned into some even more exciting things like the Savvy Salamander Study Club. So that is now really issuing NFTs, and Peter has been leading this as a Dean of Innovation. I also remember that under the leadership of Dan Kim, you have created sessions on resilience early on. You remember those things? I know you are resilient, but at least in those early days, Dan has helped us create this. And this was really about taking care of each other and making sure that everyone's mental health is up as high as possible. A version of this is now translated into what we are offering, a health offering that we are offering out of the Psychological Services Department. Finally, you have also very quickly, after the start of the pandemic, launched virtual drink nights. Okay, very INSEAD. Do you know what INSEAD stands for? Yeah, Institut Européen something administration. Huh? But the other version is I never stop eating and drinking. And so this is like something that is really very true to INSEAD. Now, obviously that has helped with the physical separation to still connect with each other. We have actually rolled out something similar without the alcohol, and it's called a coffee chat. So now we are using this sort of platform to connect with each other, and we do so that people across the campuses get an opportunity to meet up. You can enter what you're interested in, and so then the algorithm meets you up with a random other person who's interested in meeting you, and this really has started a very great way of connecting throughout the INSEAD community. That you have started, again, thinking about how do we keep connected during the pandemic. We can use this, we've built on it. Even more, our alumni department and our career development department, together with the alumni, have created something called the iLink platform. This is even more deep around mentorship, around career support. Over 8,000 people have already signed up to it. If you haven't, please do look at it. It helps you connect, it helps you stay in touch with other people and share some of your lessons, some of your learnings, some of your possible hurdles that you have taken with other people in the community. All to say, thank you for making the move online in the early days of the pandemic, developing resources to overcome the COVID challenges, which are now enriching the INSEAD environment. Having met, again, some of you on Sunday, I can tell you that your connectedness is wonderful, despite and maybe because of what you have gone through. It is to some extent unique, and hopefully we don't have another bunch of pandemics anytime soon. But I also have to tell you that since you have left, each class faced very unique challenges. The classes who are in session now or just graduated, they experienced the start of the Ukraine war. And as alumni, you again have helped and contribute to bring people together, to help people in need, to help people who are affected by this war. But also, the current class members had stepped up to really build this community and to help understand different perspectives, to understand each other's points of view, and to spread the word of peace, not just within our community, but much more globally. The war and its terrible consequences are not the only challenge that the world is facing. Nonetheless, having seen you back on campus, having seen you so numerously today, gives me great hope that our community, your community of 20Ds, can lead the way to a better and more inclusive world. You're not only equipped with the knowledge of an MBA, but also the power of an INSEAD network and the drive to make the world a better place. I wish you continued success and impact with the people around you here and in your daily lives. Keep connected, and thank you for all you're now doing as alumni to spread the INSEAD values around the world. Good luck, class of 2020Ds! Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is the Deputy Dean, Peter Zemsky, Dean of Innovation, the Eli Lilly Chair, Professor of Strategy and Innovation. It's the man that makes everything happen at INSEAD. Professor Zemsky has joined INSEAD in 1994. He's been a member of the leadership team since 2010. He's responsible as a Deputy Dean, he's responsible for external relations, fundraising, alumni relations and communications. And as Dean of Innovation, he is responsible for the digital strategy of the school, as well as developing our campus strategy, for example, the San Francisco hub. That's all him. Professor Zemsky is also a leading academic. His specialty is in economics of strategy. He is using his passion for research as well as for education and has developed online courses that are among the most impactful at INSEAD, if not the world. He has developed our online strategy and course offering since 2015, and thanks to that, we were a bit better prepared when the pandemic hit. His online courses have won so many awards from learning officers from around the world. I can't list them right now, but he's super. He's a superstar. Thank you. Please help me welcome Peter Zemsky to the stage.
Thank you, Peter. All right.